The flooding situation right now. Missouri Governor Jay Nixon joins us live on the phone from the state capital of Jefferson City. Thanks for joining us, Governor.
Good morning. I was down in that region again yesterday for my fourth trip down in Poplar Bluff, Sykes, and all the way down to Caruthersville. Flew over the Birds Point levee that has been, you can call it breached. I call it was clearly blown up to move that water through there. Devastation and damage for half of the county, 130,000 acres.
You did not want this to happen, and you've been fighting against it, yet it goes on. What is the latest action you're taking to prevent more breaching of the levees?
Well, I mean, we're focused on making sure that we're recovering now, and bottom line is the water's moving downstream. So we're looking at a crest in Caruthersville, which is downstream from there by about 35 miles. That will be 3.5 feet higher than the water has ever been down there. So we're still flood fighting in southern Missouri as the waters begin to very slowly recede in that northern section. We're focused right now on making sure the flood fighting at Caruthersville saves that city.
How many people are affected by this flooding in Missouri?
I mean, tens of thousands of people own property in the area that's significantly flooded. This is the most fertile farmland in America. We produce, tremendous amounts in that area. It's an agricultural environment that has produced for this country for years. These are record flood levels, higher than they have ever been, either in 27 or 37. And even outside of the what they call the box, 130,000 acres, you've got standing water and problems all through that region.
And that the Army Corps of Engineers did this to save a town in Illinois, and you're in Missouri, and now you've got to deal with massive flooding and homeowners in need of help and probably state aid going to them. What are your feelings about that?
Well, I mean, my feeling is, as Chief Executive of the state, I try to bring people together. The tougher the times, the more Missourians stand together. Obviously, we didn't want this levee blown up, but we're well past that point. They're talking about another explosion lower today to get that area cleared out so that the water can move through there more freely, which may have a deleterious impact on downstream. The bottom line is we've got to get beyond what has happened and get to the point of what we can do to help those families in those areas. We want to rebuild. We want to recover. We want to replenish. So that
and who's going to pay for all of that, Governor?
It's very, it's a complicated rubric. We've been working with legislative leaders here today to outline a package at the state side. Also spoke with Secretary Napolitano and the folks at FEMA. We're also working with USDA. We're going to use every source necessary to return the fertile center of our country back to the production it was before. It's also vitally important for the economy of the region and of our country.
Governor Nixon, thanks for joining us this morning. Much luck to you.
Just look at the unbelievable amount of water flowing over the emergency spillway at Lake Wapapello. Take a look behind me. You can see it just flows over the rocks, looking more like Niagara Falls than Lake Wapapello. And actually, you can take a look at what's left of Highway T. Highway T has been washed out by this amount of water spilling over the emergency spillway here at Lake Wapapello. And you can see just how quickly this water is moving. As a matter of fact, more than 20 times the amount of water it would actually need to wash out that highway is flowing over right now. So to give you an idea of how powerful this water is, that's what it's like. Now, you look over here at this emergency rock dike that was built last week that we had told you at the time, based on the water that was already on the ground, was actually going to be able to hold back the water and prevent it from going over the spillway. But additional rainfall could not stop the water from going over the rock dike and in turn going over the sandbags in the emergency spillway, thus washing out Highway T. However, the good news is that the Army Corps of Engineers tells us that the Lake Wapapello Dam is operating as designed.
We could receive another 5 inches in 24 hours and not miss a heartbeat as far as the integrity of the dam. Of course, we do not want the 5 inches because the flows will continue to increase. I have dam safety engineers walking up and down the dam, monitoring all our gauges, all our piezometers, and looking for any distress areas. As of the last time they completed that, there are absolutely no signs of distress on this dam.
The lake is expected to crest at 399.2 feet sometime on Wednesday, which would be the highest lake level ever, beating the record set way back in 1945.